Welcome to episode 22 of RankHigherSpeaks, and I'm Ron Aguha, the founder and CEO of RankHigher.in. Today, we're going to discuss about a new thing that Facebook is coming up with. You're aware of the Facebook 20% rule text for ads. They are planning to do away with it. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, here is just a little bit of background to the story. So you see all the Facebook ads that come on your news feed. Now Facebook has a rule for you to create that ad. They mandate that the ad has to be covering only 20% of the space. So what they do is they divide a photograph space into grids, and you need to have the text bit only in 20% of that. And if you're over 20%, then the ads get disapproved. Now this has been one of the pain points for a lot of marketers. Especially since I'm running a marketing agency, I have seen little text here and there which is causing a problem. And that rule also had some limitations, So you have to pretty much stuff in your text within a certain grid so that it fits into the overall 20% text criteria. So as a marketer, I am happy that they are trying to do away with it. But now I'll tell you what are the 4 things they're coming up with in terms of the ads and the 4 categories they're dividing into. So the first thing is the OK bit. Now what I mean OK is when you're running an ad with an image that has no text on it. So for Facebook, that's pretty okay, no problem with that. The second thing is low text. Low means when you're pretty much the same as the 20% text. So when you're coming up with an ad where there is about a little bit of text on one side of the image, that's pretty much the same as the 20% text rule. That is known as the low text ratio, and Facebook is okay with that. Now here comes the next 2 things. The third thing is medium level text, which essentially means, let's say if your text is covering roughly about 40 to 50% of the image, that's where Facebook is saying that's called a medium text heavy image. Now Facebook says that they'll still approve it, but it's like a little higher on the text side. Now the last bit, it's called the high text ratio, which means you are having pretty much over 80% text, 80% to 100% text on the image. Now that is massive. And Facebook says that you're trying to test the borders here, you're trying to push things to the limit, and it may or may not be approved. If it is approved, then the reach of the ad may go down. Now if I have to sort of analyze the 4 things that we have discussed here, what does it mean for marketers and brands? Now as a marketer, you might be excited that I don't have to be restricted to the 20% rule anymore. But that doesn't give you the freedom to just add text whenever you want or wherever you want, just because Facebook says that we will approve with all the text, or we'll approve text on images. Now you have to again understand what is your click-through rate, what is your conversion rate for the ads, and what is your cost per conversion, because those 3 matrices still remain very, 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 very important. Now previously with the 20% text rule, you had a limit. You already know that any marketer out there are forced to have the text which is less than 20% in the image size. Now since there's no restriction, it's up to you, the digital marketer, to actually figure out and do a proper A/B testing with multiple test scenarios and figure out for your brand, for your audience, what is an optimum text number. So don't just get excited that since I can play around with more text, I'll have more text. Because for all you know, that might increase your cost per conversion, it might reduce your reach. So this is important. So measure it very, very carefully, test it out, and then only implement what works for you. And what works for one of you may not work for the other. So there is no single rule anymore applying here. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And this is Ronald signing off today, and I'll see you soon with episode 23. Hey, before you leave, did you enjoy this episode? I strongly urge you to go and watch all our previous YouTube episodes, because there are tons of valuable information that can help you in your digital marketing. Did you see the subscribe button? Click on it, subscribe to my channel, and I assure you that every week I'm going to deliver awesome content to your inbox.